Hey all, welcome back to the video series of measurements and instrumentation. So in this video we will be discussing about the functional elements of measuring systems. So far we have discussed about the introduction of measurement and instrumentation, why we need measurements, what is the importance of having a measuring instrument, and then we have seen the methods of measurements, and in the previous video we have seen about the evolution of instruments. Now we will see what are the basic blocks of a measuring systems, or we can say it as the generalized block diagram for a measuring system. So this is the functional element of measuring systems. This block diagram represents the basic elements in any measuring systems. So basically it consists of a primary sensing element and a data conditioning elements or a variable conversion element, and then data presentation. In a simple measuring instrument, it definitely will have a primary sensing element, a variable conversion element, and then a data presentation element. For example, if we take an ammeter which we use in a lab, it consists of a primary sensing element which senses the current flow in any circuit, and it has a variable conversion element which converts the sensed current into an equivalent mechanical output. So you have a mechanical setup which produces an equivalent movement of the pointer corresponding to the amount of current being measured, and it has a data presentation element which is nothing but the scale or the dial which we see, which shows the ammeter reading. So basically it has three blocks, whereas the general element of a measuring systems will have 5 to 6 blocks, which we will discuss now. So initially we have a measurand, which is the quantity to be measured. It is given as input to a primary sensing element. So basically the primary sensing element can be a transducer or any type of sensor. So if I'm measuring an electrical current, that if I'm measuring pressure, then the primary sensing element may be a pressure transducer or a pressure sensor. So the output of the transducer will be any quantity to be measured will be converted into a equivalent electrical signal. So that is the main conversion of a transducer. So these primary sensing element will convert the quantity to be measured into equivalent electrical signals, and these electrical signals are weak or analog in nature. Hence these has to be converted into the required or the desired manner. So we need a variable conversion element. If it is an electrical instrument, the conversion element may be a mechanical setup. If it is an electronic instrument, the conversion element may be an analog to digital converters, because it will process the analog signals, it will process only the digital signals and will display the output. So we need a analog to digital converter to convert the output of the primary sensing element, or you can say it as a transducer, and these electrical signal will be converted into digital signals, and these digital signals will be approximated, or you can say filtered, or it is manipulated using a variable manipulation element. So this variable conversion element together with a variable manipulation element are called as data conditioning elements, and these manipulated data will be given to the data transmission element. So this will give the output to the data presentation element. We can directly connect the data transmission element to a data presentation elements, but since I already told, these electronic instruments are nowadays coming with backup, so they have data storage and playback components within it. So the data transmission element will give the output to the data storage elements, and from there we can retrieve the output. And the data presentation element can be an LED display or a dial or any kind of graphical representation of the measurement, as in the case of a CRO, and that can be viewed by the observer. So this constitutes the generalized block diagram for measuring instruments. So what we have discussed now is being given in this slide. So basically we have three components in any measuring systems, which is primary sensing element, variable conversion element, or data presentation element. So the primary sensing element's function is the quantity under measurement will come in contact, or this primary sensing element makes the first contact with the measurement. The variable conversion element will convert the output of the primary sensing element into a suitable form without damaging the original signals. And the data presentation element will have the information about the quantity under measurement. It will be conveyed to the persons who are handling the instruments through or by projecting it through the LCD displays or by indicating the answers in a dial. So this is how the generalized elements of measuring systems will work. I hope you have now got a clear idea about how these measuring instruments are working based on the basic block diagram. We will meet in the next video with the continuation topic. Thank you.